Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are making a classic. We are making a New York style cheesecake. Although it takes a few steps to make this cheesecake, once you get started, you'll be able to make a beautiful cheesecake that's rich, smooth, and perfect every time. So let's get into it. So if you know you want to make this cheesecake, have all your dairy ingredients at room temperature. I actually got this recipe from Junior's cookbook. For those of you who don't know, Junior is famous for its cheesecakes here in New York City. I actually adjusted the recipe over time. For instance, their original recipe called for a sponge cake bottom. I used to make it like that, but I had no idea back then what a sponge cake was. But now I make it with the graham cracker crust, and I find it easier and my customers prefer it. First thing we need to do is make our crust. You can buy a box of graham cracker crumbs, but I can't always find them. So I just take a box of graham crackers and pulse them in a food processor or a blender. Combine the graham cracker crumbs, sugar, and melted butter in a bowl. I start off combining with a fork, but to get a better feel, I like to use my hand. Stir it all together until the crumbs are evenly coated and resemble wet sand. Before I put my graham crackers in my pan, I spray the bottom of my springform pan, put my circle parchment paper liner in, spray the parchment paper, and now I come in with my graham cracker crumbs. Now we press the mixture into the bottom of our springform pan. This recipe requires you to use a 9-inch springform pan, but I actually couldn't find mine, so I'm making 2 6-inch cheesecakes. I'm going to press this mixture into the bottom of the pan, making sure it is evenly distributed. You can use the bottom of a measuring cup to press it down firmly. I actually like to use my thumb to mash in the sides good. Now we'll pop this in the oven at 350 degrees for about 10 minutes to set it. This will give our cheesecake a nice base that won't get soggy. While our crust is baking, let's make the filling. Start by adding 8 ounces of the softened cream cheese, or 1 package, your cornstarch, and 1/3 cup of sugar into the mixing bowl. We're going to mix this on medium speed until it's smooth. Next, we'll add the remaining cream cheese and sugar and mix until smooth. Now it's time to add the eggs and the vanilla extract. Make sure each egg is fully mixed in before adding the next. And finally, add in the heavy cream. Just mix until combined. Now we'll add our lemon zest. The lemon zest is the secret ingredient that takes this cheesecake to the next level. Now that our crust has cooled, it's time to add our filling. Now here's a tip for avoiding cracks. You want to bake the cheesecake in a water bath. First, I'm going to wrap the bottom of my springform pan with aluminum foil. Because I have 2 6-inch pans and I want to distribute the batter equally, I am just measuring the batter, what we call scaling. I'm just scaling my batter to make sure each pan has the same amount. Pour the mixture over the crust and use a spatula to smooth the top. And now I will place it in my larger baking dish. If you have a 9-inch springform pan, you want to place it in something that can hold your 9-inch pan. I'm going to fill my pan with hot water until it comes halfway up the sides of the pan. You want to bake this at 325 for about an hour. After the hour, I cut my oven up to 350 and let bake for an additional 15 to 20 minutes or until the center has a slight jiggle. Once our cheesecake has finished baking, we let it cool in the oven with the door cracked open for about 15 minutes. Be sure to unwrap the foil from your cake as you let it sit for an hour at room temperature before putting it in the refrigerator. I let it chill in the fridge for at least 6 hours, preferably overnight. Now I'm unmolding my cake. You'll see how the parchment paper plays a huge part in the ease of releasing from the pan. So I put my parchment paper on top, flip it over, and because I want my cake to sit on a cake board, I'm going to add some of the cheesecake onto the cake board. And I'm just scraping from the sides of the pan. If your cake doesn't have a lot of cheesecake on the side, you can gently scrape from the side of the cheesecake itself, just to add a little so the cake won't slide around. So I'm going to top my cheesecake with my fresh strawberry compote that I made a few days before. If you want to see how I made this, I'll leave a link for this video. Now I'm just slicing up some fresh strawberries. And actually in the Junior's cookbook, they just melted down some strawberry preserves. So you can do that. But before I knew how to bake, I would put fresh strawberries on there, melt down some strawberry preserves, and pour it over the strawberries. So in essence, I'm doing the same thing. I'm just using a fresh compote. You can definitely serve this plain or dress it up with not only a compote, you can drizzle some caramel over it, or even top it with a chocolate ganache. Cheesecakes do not have to be intimidating. With the right techniques, it can be absolutely foolproof. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more baking tips, tricks, and delicious recipes. Let me know in the comments if you tried this cheesecake or if you have any questions. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.